Getting straight into this, I want to give my thoughts and first impressions on the changes this wipe. In the first few days we were limited to 3 maps, and the rest being accessible only through transits. Quests were also completely removed on the first day, and seeing how quickly those changes were averted, BSG definitely seems more open to experimenting and listening to our feedback this wipe, after pretty much the entire community came together to show their disapproval for these changes. I will say though, I definitely prefer them starting as difficult as possible and then easing it up, as opposed to starting off another easy broken wipe with arena and flea exploitations. So I do genuinely prefer this path. I actually wish they'd done this sooner in the development, rather than waiting for the last wipe before 1.0. I can empathise with the fact that they might not have had the time to do this before in previous wipes, when they were usually releasing some kind of large content drop. On to what I think of these changes in the first few days. Like most people, I wasn't a fan of the limited map selection. Choosing your own personal objective and looting your favourite map are what make Tarkov so compelling to me, when you can extract feeling like you've made smart decisions that have helped you complete something and progress in the game. Just as an example, some people start the wipe by running streets or reserve filing cabinets for hunting keys. Some do the same on Shoreline, choosing to hunt for jackets. You can also hit bosses for gear, meds and ammo, run keys for runes, focus on quests, or even just loot the map and try and fill a bag with hideout items.
Хуйло, вот хуйло! Конец тебе! Вон он!
The more things I think BSG add to the game for players to do early wipe, the better. Meanwhile, limiting quests, limiting maps, I think is a bit of a mistake. I think it hinders people's sense of motivation when they've got such a limited path of progression, and so few ways of playing that they find enjoyable. Back to the changes. Insurance is robbing people of their starting cash. Containers can no longer contain meds, ammo or money, so now it truly is relegated to a glorified prison pocket for your hideout items and valuables. Meanwhile, you re-kit with 2 of every medical item in the fucking game, every time your forehead gets a kiss. The AI was also buffed in mysterious new ways. It's set to 70% chance to spawn on most maps, which I think is a positive change. I like how it gives players a satisfying and challenging way of acquiring loot like gear, meds, ammo, mods, and EXP if you manage to survive. which for the longest time haven't been very present until the late wipe. I remember in previous wipes of seeing them as low as 5%, which effectively removed them from the game, and getting rid of one of the main reasons to run a map. PSG also decided to fiddle with the economy by making things more expensive to buy, whilst they offer much less for items the player risks their life for to acquire for some reason. So now you'll be scraping by selling items for less than 1,000 rubles, meanwhile you'll be running helmetless PP-19 kits to try and get by, with no scab every 20 minutes anymore to fall back on and spam for rubles. Honestly, I don't think it's too bad now that we have all of our favourite maps to choose. We've got the rest of the wipe to go and plenty of time for BSG to begin the next phases of the wipe, and hopefully rebalance some things like medical items and ammo in containers. Overall, I think if BSG wanted to achieve the most bare bones feeling Tarkov survival experience, I think they've definitely achieved it. Everyone's fighting with scavenged weapons and gear, the absolute bare minimum from traders, clawing their way up from poverty one shitty haul at a time. And the top players and the best kits you'll see will be gathered from bosses, opposed to being farmed from arena GP coins or bought with rubles they earn from flipping items from traders onto the flea market. So hope BSG can find the right balance in the end, to make it the hardcore survival experience they envision, whilst also keeping it a compelling and rewarding experience to progress through as a player.